Hey everyone, welcome back. About a scam, well, potential scam that almost happened to me. eBay is kind of has that negative connotation, negative image of people getting scammed a lot. I'm sure you've talked to people who don't regularly buy on eBay about buying on eBay, and they'll say, "Nah, man, that's eBay's junk. You get scammed on eBay. They send you an empty box, blah blah blah." And for a long time, eBay, and I would agree with that. Back in like 2010 or so, eBay's customer service was very different than it is now. Nowadays, in my opinion, the eBay customer support is on par with Amazon. Not quite there, but they've come a long way to protecting the buyers and sellers. Over the last few years, it's my opinion that the seller portion of the protecting buyers and sellers has gotten a lot better. Back in the day, eBay would really only cater to buyers. A lot of the times they would, in ridiculous scenarios, they would just completely cater to buyers. But eBay has spent a lot of time and money, I'm sure, in trying to get better to protect the sellers as well. I believe back in the day, their thought was they need to get people coming to the platform to buy things, but at the other side of the coin, you have to have sellers selling things. So they were very focused on the buyers. Now they've kind of moved into keeping sellers selling there, since all of these new platforms are, popping up. Letgo and all those other selling apps, Mercari. So eBay's spending a lot of time to make sure they maintain their market share of selling secondhand items, and even try to push more into the Amazon market share and try to capture some of that. So I want to talk about a buyer. You can see his name on the screen. You can say, "Man, cardboard collector. If you had seen that name, you should have expected that scam." Yeah, I mean, that's right. The guy only also had like 5 feedback. This was a pretty decently large purchase. Is about a $300 purchase, and obviously I'm going to ship it. Well, I've been selling on eBay since like 2008. So I mean, if an expensive item like that, I'll send it with tracking. It'll be taped well. It'll be shipped well and packaged well. Obviously, the cards are in top loaders and in bubble mailers. I think this one was actually inside of bubble wrap, inside of a bubble mailer, inside of another bubble mailer. So it was like 2 bubble mailers deep. So the package was shipped the way it was supposed to. So this is what the guy said, literally the same day that the item said delivered. He said, "Hello. So when I went to work, I received an email saying the product has been delivered to me. When I come back from work, I checked the mailbox and nothing was there. Contacted the neighbors, see if they accidentally got the package, and they didn't. So I didn't get the package at all." And as soon as I saw this, I said, "Okay, looks like we've got one of these. You know, classic package says delivered, but I didn't get it." It's one of the oldest scams in the book. I told him, ask USPS to see what they do, what they have to say. He later, I don't know, a few hours later, opens a case with eBay. Is it this picture? And so here it is. So, hey man, contact USPS, and they said it was delivered and they never received a package. I don't care about the money. I just want the cards. I don't really know what that sentence means. I don't care about the money. I just want the cards. What does that mean? He doesn't care. That sentence doesn't really make sense to me. So I again added the tracking detail saying it was delivered. He said, "I understand that, but it says it was delivered, but I didn't receive anything." So I thought I would, play up to him a little bit and kind of amuse him, entertain him. He said what he wanted me to do was send him another set or give him his money back. It's just comical. So what I did immediately is I contacted eBay. I said, "Look, buyer opened a case. Item says delivered." Oh, she said, the woman on the phone said, "No problem. We're going to close the case in your favor. Don't worry about it." Incredible. The entire conversation with eBay took less than a minute. The woman opened up the case, said, yeah, okay, close the case. Done. That was it. Super, super simple. eBay's gotten really good at seeing these scams. This is obviously a scam. eBay's gotten really good at seeing these scams and closing them in favor of the seller. Now, the seller could go to PayPal and kind of try to dispute the PayPal transaction, but in that case, PayPal will give him his money back, and PayPal will take the loss. I won't take the loss. So the way that you handle these situations is, A, you need to be as respectful as you can. You need to basically get in contact with eBay as soon as you can to find out what you should be doing. You know, before eBay steps in, get in contact with them and you know, find out what you should be doing or find out what you can do. In a scenario like this, they will always favor the seller if the item was delivered in the same town and zip code. That is what the lady told me on the phone maybe 20 minutes ago. So if it was marked as delivered, the seller will win. If you want to go a step further, there are two things you can do. You can get signature confirmation, and you could also film yourself sending the package. Now, that second option is a lot more work, obviously, but on larger sales, maybe 500 to 1,000, you're going to want to be doing that. You're going to be wanting to film yourself doing the entire process. Filming yourself going to USPS, printing out the label, showing the address, putting it in the box, putting the label on the box, and putting the box in the deposit box. There's no question on what you shipped the seller. There's no question of what address it went to. It's all on film. It's all documented. I've done that several times with high-end sales, and people who do not do that and just ship the card out, they're really, really risking some potential scams there. So my general rule of thumb when I sell cards is that everything basically over $18 gets tracking no matter what. You know, tracking can be kind of expensive, $2 to $3, but it'll save you a lot of headache down the road. You know, I mean, a lot of cards that I sell that are like $1 or $2, if the seller says he didn't receive it, you know, whatever. Maybe I didn't put the address down right. Maybe it got lost in the mail. It's $1 or $2, no big deal. But if this happens constantly with $20+ cards, you're losing a lot of money. So to mitigate that, you know, make sure you have your own personal threshold. It doesn't have to be $18. It could be $15. It could be $10. Whatever the number is, make sure you're sending higher purchases. Ship it well. Ship it with tracking. And for the really high-end stuff, film it. That's all I had, guys. Be careful out there. As the market cap of Yu-Gi-Oh! Continues to increase, the scams are going to be more and more. You're going to start seeing more and more scams. If you guys ever watched Rudy Alpha Investments, he talks about eBay scams all the time, people getting scammed out of thousands and thousands of dollars. Be very careful out there. It's pretty much gotten to the point where I don't buy from people with like less than 50 feedback. I should have seen it with this guy, but I had so many orders that I was just kind of pumping them out. But I mean, of course, I had tracking, and at the end of the day, I knew it would be in my favor just because of, you know, obviously the tracking shows delivered, and this is just a very common scam that eBay has seen many times, but still a headache to deal with. So thanks, guys, for watching. Sorry this wasn't an exciting video where you get to see a lot of flashy things. There's just these two pictures, but it's a PSA that I think a lot of people need to know, especially since Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a really big market nowadays. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.